Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Career Prep. In this video, we'll solve a few problems on the topic time, work and wages. Since questions based on this topic are most frequently asked in competitive exams, it makes sense to understand the concept well. These questions are the ones where marks can be scored easily if practiced well. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to get notifications as soon as we post a new video. So let's start. A can do a work in 6 days and B can do the same work in 5 days. The contract for the work is rupees 220. How much shall B get if both of them work together? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that A can do a work in 6 days and B can do the same work in 5 days. So A's one day work is 1 by 6 and B's one day work is 1 by 5. Now wages are distributed in proportion to the 1 day's work of each person. So ratio of the wages is 1 by 6 is to 1 by 5. Now multiplying each of these terms of the ratio with the LCM of the denominator, we get 5 is to 6. Now LCM of the denominator 6 and 5 is 30. So if you multiply both the terms of the ratio with 30, you will get 5 is to 6. So ratio of their ages is 5 is to 6. Now we are asked to find how much wage B gets. So in this ratio, B's wage is 6 if the total wage is 11. So B's share is equal to 6 by 11 multiplied by 220, which is rupees 120. So B's wages is rupees 120. The correct answer is option C, rupees 120. A man can do a work in 10 days. With the help of a boy, he can do the same work in 6 days. If they get rupees 50 for that work, what is the share of that boy? You're given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that a man can do a work in 10 days. So man's one day work is 1 by 10. It's given that with the help of a boy, he can do the same work in 6 days. So man and boy can do the work in 6 days. So if man's one day work is 1 by 10, man's 6 days work will be 6 by 10, which is nothing but 3 by 5. Now, man and boy together have worked for 6 days. And in those 6 days, man's work is 3 by 5. So the remaining work is being done by the boy. So boy's 6-day work is 1 minus 3 by 5, which is 2 by 5. So man's 6 days work is 3 by 5 and boy's 6 days work is 2 by 5. Now wages are distributed in proportion to the work done by each person. So here it's given that they get rupees 50 for the work. So rupees 50 has to be distributed between the man and the boy in the ratio 3 by 5 is to 2 by 5. Here the boy's share is 2 by 5. So boy's share is 2 by 5 multiplied by 50, which is 20. So the boy's share is rupees 20. The correct answer is option A, rupees 20. A and B take a piece of work for rupees 960. A alone can do it in 12 days and B alone can do it in 16 days. With the help of C, they finish the work in 4 days. How much money should C get? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that A alone can do a piece of work in 12 days and B alone can do the same work in 16 days. So A's one day work is 1 by 12 and B's one day work is 1 by 16. It's given that with the help of C, they finished the work in 4 days. This means A, B and C worked together for 4 days and completed the work. So now if A's 1 day work is 1 by 12, then A's 4 days work will be 4 by 12, which is nothing but 1 by 3. If B's 1 day work is 1 by 16, B's 4 days work will be 4 by 16, which is nothing but 1 by 4. So in those 4 days, A has done 1/3 of the work and B has done 1/4 of the work. Now the remaining work has been done by C in those 4 days. So C's 4 days work is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4. On solving this, we get C's 4 days work as 5 by 12. So now we know that A's 4 days work is 1 by 3, B's 4 days work is 1 by 4 and C's 4 days work is 5 by 12. Now wages are distributed in proportion to the work done by each person. Now the total wages here is rupees 960. So rupees 960 has to be distributed among A, B and C in the proportion of 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4 is to 5 by 12. Now we are asked to find how much money should C get. Now here C's share is 5/12 of rupees 960. So C's share is 5 by 12 multiplied by 960, which is 400. So C gets rupees 400. The correct answer is option D, rupees 400. A, B and C together earn rupees 150 per day, while A and C together earn rupees 94 per day and B and C together earn rupees 76 per day. What is the daily earning of C? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here we have to find the daily earning of C. Now the daily earning of C is equal to daily earnings of A plus C plus B plus C minus A plus B plus C. Now as you can see here, this A and minus A will get cancelled, plus C and minus C will get cancelled, plus B and minus B will get cancelled and will be left with the daily earning of C. So the daily earning of C is equal to daily earnings of A plus C plus B plus C minus A plus B plus C. Now it's given that the daily earning of A plus C is 94 and daily earning of B plus C is 76 and daily earnings of A plus B plus C is 150. Substituting all these values here, we get the daily earning of C is equal to 94 plus 76 minus 150, which is rupees 20. So the daily earning of C is rupees 20. The correct answer is option B, rupees 20. A can do a piece of work in 10 days, B in 15 days. They work together for 5 days. The rest of the work is finished by C in 2 more days. If they get rupees 3000 as wages for the whole work, what are the daily wages of A, B and C respectively in rupees? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that A can do a piece of work in 10 days and B can do the same work in 15 days. So A's 1 day work is 1 by 10 and B's 1 day work is 1 by 15. It's given that they work together for 5 days. So if A's 1 day work is 1 by 10, then A's 5 day work is 5 multiplied by 1 by 10, which is nothing but 1 by 2. Now B's 1 day work is 1 by 15. So B's 5 days work is 5 multiplied by 1 by 15, which is nothing but 1 by 3. So A's 5 days work is 1 by 2 and B's 5-day work is 1 by 3. Now it's given that the rest of the work is finished by C in 2 more days. So C's 2 days work is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. On solving this, we get C's 2-day work as 1 by 6. So now we know A's 5 days work is 1 by 2, B's 5 days work is 1 by 3 and C's 2-day work is 1 by 6. Now wages are distributed in proportion to the work done by each person. Here the total wages is given as rupees 3000. So rupees 3000 has to be distributed among A, B and C in the proportion of 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3 is to 1 by 6. So here A's total share will be 1 by 2 of rupees 3000. B's total share will be 1 by 3 of rupees 3000 and C's total share will be 1 by 6 of rupees 3000. So A's total share is 1 by 2 multiplied by 3000 which is rupees 1500. But here we are asked to find the daily wages of A, B and C. So if A's total share is, here we have found out that A's total share is rupees 1500. We know that A worked for 5 days. So A's daily wage is 1500 divided by 5 which is rupees 300. Now B's total share is 1 by 3 multiplied by 3000 which is rupees 1000. B also worked for 5 days. So B's daily wage is 1000 divided by 5 which is rupees 200. C's total share is 1 by 6 multiplied by 3000 which is rupees 500. Now C has worked only for 2 days. So C's daily wage is 500 divided by 2 which is rupees 250. So A's daily wage is rupees 300, B's daily wage is rupees 200 and C's daily wage is rupees 250. So the correct answer is option B, 300, 200, 250. A can do a piece of work in 26 days and B can do the same work in 39 days. If they work together, then by what percent the wages of A is more than that of B? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that A can do a work in 26 days and B can do the same work in 39 days. So A's 1-day work is 1 by 26 and B's 1-day work is 1 by 39. Now wages are distributed in proportion to the 1 day's work of each person. So A's share is to B's share is equal to 1 by 26 is to 1 by 39. Now the LCM of the denominators 26 and 39 is 78. So multiplying each term of the ratio with 78, we get A's share is to B's share is equal to 3 is to 2. Now we are asked to find by what percent the wages of A is more than that of B. Whenever we are required to find such a percentage, always put the value that comes after the word than in the denominator. So here B's share has to come in the denominator. So required percentage is equal to A's share minus B's share divided by B's share multiplied by 100. This is nothing but 3 minus 2 divided by 2 multiplied by 100 which is 50%. Thus, A's wages is 50% more than that of B's wages. So the correct answer is option D, 50%. A alone can finish a work in 2 days, while B alone can finish it in 3 days. If they work together to finish it, then out of the total wages of rupees 6,000, what will be 20% of A's share? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that A alone can finish a work in 2 days. So A's 1 day work is 1 by 2 and B alone can finish it in 3 days. So B's 1 day work is 1 by 3. Now wages are distributed in proportion to the 1 day's work of each person. So A's share is to B's share is equal to 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3. Now LCM of the denominators of these two terms 2 and 3 is 6. So multiplying each of these terms of the ratio with 6, we get A's share is to B's share is equal to 3 is to 2. Now here we are asked to find what is 20% of A's share. Now the sum of these two terms of the ratio is 3 plus 2, that is 5. Now here A's share is 3 and it's given that the total wages is rupees 6,000. So A's share is equal to 3 by 5 multiplied by 6,000, which is rupees 3,600. We are asked to find what is 20% of A's share. So 20% of A's share is 3,600 multiplied by 20 by 100, which is nothing but rupees 720. So 20% of A's share is rupees 720. The correct answer is option A, rupees 720. A sum of money is sufficient to pay A's wages for 21 days and B's wages for 28 days. For how many days is the same money sufficient to pay the wages of both? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now here it's given a sum of money. So how much is the money is not known. So let's assume that the sum of money is X. It's given that X is sufficient to pay A's wages for 21 days. So for 21 days, A's wages is X. So for 1 day, A's wage will be X by 21. Also, it's given that uh, X is sufficient to pay B's wages for 28 days. So for 28 days, B's wages is X. So for 1 day, B's wage will be X by 28. Now A plus B's per day wage is equal to X by 21 plus X by 28. On solving this, we get A plus B's per day wage as X by 12. Now X by 12 is A plus B's wage for 1 day. So X is A plus B's wage for X divided by X by 12, that is 12 days. So the same money is sufficient to pay the wages of both A and B for 12 days. The correct answer is option A, 12 days. A, B and C can do a piece of work in 20, 24 and 30 days respectively. They undertook to do a piece of work for rupees 5,400. They began the work together, but B left 2 days before the completion of work and C left 5 days before the completion of work. What is the share of A from the assured money? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that A, B and C can do a piece of work in 20, 24 and 30 days. So A's 1 day work is 1 by 20, B's 1 day work is 1 by 24 and C's 1 day work is 1 by 30. Now let the total number of days required to complete the work be T. Then A worked for full T days. it's given that B left 2 days before the completion of work. So B worked for T minus 2 days. And it's given that C left 5 days before the completion of work. So C worked for T minus 5 days. Now, if A's 1-day work is 1 by 20, then A's T-day work will be T multiplied by 1 by 20, which is T by 20. B's 1-day work is 1 by 24. So B's T minus 2 days work will be T minus 2 divided by 24. C's 1-day work is 1 by 30. So C's T minus 5-day work will be T minus 5 divided by 30. Now A's T-day work plus B's T minus 2-day work plus C's T minus 5-day work is the complete work. So T by 20 plus T minus 2 by 24 plus T minus 5 by 30 is equal to 1. On solving this equation, we get T is equal to 10 days. Now we know that work done by T is T by 20. We know T is 10, so T by 20 is 10 by 20, which is nothing but 1 by 2. So work done by A is 1 by 2. Now we are asked to find what is the share of A from the assured money. The assured money is rupees 5,400. So A's share from the assured money is 1 by 2 multiplied by 5,400, which is rupees 2,700. The correct answer is option A, rupees 2,700. If 5 men or 7 women can earn rupees 5,250 per day, how much would 7 men and 13 women earn per day? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that 5 men or 7 women can earn rupees 5,250 per day. Now since both earn the same amount in one day, 5 men are equivalent to 7 women. This means 1 man is equivalent to 7 by 5 women. Now we are asked to find out how much would 7 men and 13 women earn per day. So 7 men plus 13 women. We know that 1 man is 7 by 5 women. So 7 men will be equivalent to 49 by 5 women. So 7 men plus 13 women is nothing but 49 by 5 women plus 13 women, which is 114 by 5 women. Now, since 7 women earn rupees 5,250 per day, 114 by 5 women earn 5,250 multiplied by 114 divided by 7 multiplied by 5. On solving this, we get rupees 17,100 per day. So 7 men and 13 women earn rupees 17,100 per day. The correct answer is option C, 17,100. 2 men and 1 woman together can complete a piece of work in 14 days, while 4 women and 2 men together can do it in 8 days. If a man gets rupees 600 per day, how much should a woman get per day? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. Now it's given that 2 men and 1 woman can do a piece of work in 14 days. So 1 day work of 2 men and 1 woman is 2m plus 1w is equal to 1 by 14. On cross multiplication, we get 28m plus 14w is equal to 1. This is equation 1. Now it's given that 2 men and 4 women can do the same piece of work in 8 days. So 1 day work of 2 men and 4 women is 2m plus 4w is equal to 1 by 8. On cross multiplication, we get 16m plus 32w is equal to 1. This is the second equation. Now, as you can see, we can equate equations 1 and 2. So, equating equations 1 and 2, we get 28m plus 14w is equal to 16m plus 32w. On solving this, we get 1w is equal to 2 by 3 m. This means 1 woman is equal to 2 by 3 man. Now it's given that 1 man gets rupees 600 per day. So 2 by 3 man gets 600 multiplied by 2 divided by 3, which is rupees 400. Now 2 by 3 man is nothing but 1 woman. So 1 woman gets rupees 400 per day. So the correct answer is option A, rupees 400. Viewers, please go through this video till you have understood the concept. Practice more such problems to increase your speed and also to understand the concept clearly. If you have liked this video, please like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.